The first piece is a free write. It was actually like a part of a series I was doing, like this 30-30, like just like a letters, like kind of like last time what I did, letters to my mother. These are letters to my best friends. I'm gonna read it off of my baby computer, my iPad 3, right here. And hopefully, hopefully y'all enjoy it. And the next piece is actually gonna be the first piece I ever performed at, well, Frat Boys and Poets was like the original like Poets too. So I hope y'all enjoy that too. All right. To my best friend, I played you. Tattered and torn, you've been the seams of me. Bonded, the silly string sticking softly, gripping the insanity, holding this all together. I'd marry you if you weren't so metaphysical. But we can still build bedroom beats, spiritual and unrelenting, orchestrate midnight symphonies. You seem to live the best behind closed doors. Beneath the pitter-patter of shower heads, between the emotion of vanilla candle wax and steam, tempo, the splashing of black soap, the way I love the way I hope you always wrap around my head. Tight, clasp, clutch, squeeze, and just drown me inside of you, my eardrums pressed, listening, beating your intrinsic rhythm into muscular convulsions. Everyone can hear you sometimes, and sometimes I want them to. Quite the cocoon you've been. All intangible and understanding. I can trust you to be yourself, dependable, staffed, and rhythmic to music. My best friend, sincerely, Kirk Douglas. The second one is like a situational piece. So it's just completely just like me like looking at certain situations with certain women and how they're perceived and like how like just some people don't really give them a chance. So well yeah, there it goes. It was just one of those days. We made love like we never gave a fuck, so yeah. She took my virginity. Although I told everyone I'd known since the 9th grade I wasn't one, it was one of those finders keepers kind of things, and well, there was no take backs for this prize on the shoreline, far from sanity. We rubbed sand into mud and built castles with our trust for mortar and unpredictable fidelity, stained the roses red for our doors, our youth, the shining exit signs above them. At the time, I was 16. And a God-fearing man, but I only feared him when I saw him. What I knew was he couldn't have let this angel fall, springing back to fall again to burrows of imperialistic gentlemen, ready to clip her innocent feathers. She wasn't an around-the-way girl, just one from around the way. Although her head was no stranger to acute angles and hairy in the thighs, the whole block knew she was sharp. Even her stepfather was aware she had that good brain. Her mother always telling her to use her head. She perfected the kind of art only appreciated behind grave project, 2-inch thick and penetrable in the doors with the easiest locks to pick from the hardware store, but when she walked from inside them, proud to be doing something right, she chucked rainbows into her her legs. They looked as if they could have been copyrighted by mannequins. All they needed was some paint, but even a brush dipped in liquid platinum and laced with the sun couldn't capture its glisten. It was almost metallic how they shined. They were kind of like a line of subway cars. Everyone running in between them, including myself. And while I stayed here watching her, waiting for my turn, just my share, my piece of her, I didn't want to get more than manhood length involved, but when lips touched, eyes met, me inside her, I accidentally screamed, I love you. Met by a pause and a silence that lasted longer than our skin had known each other, and for the first time, a man brought her to her knees without force. She looked into me. Blood clots for irises, salty tears gathering around them. They kind of reminded me of the Red Sea, and it was all too easy to separate tear from sweat. Then she said, my first love, always used to say you can't turn a whore into a housewife, and so first you never loved you, only what you were good for, and if you knew anything about pre-calculus, you know that first love was equal or not equal to true love, and second, well, he was kind of right, because a hoe is a metal garden tool, and you're more like a sunflower. People just keep plucking your petals. Let me be the first to help you grow. Darkest past made for brighter futures, and we can be everlasting like Olympic blazers on this shoreline. Once your back can take it, I want to make love. I want to make love like no sex involved. I want to make love like you picking my work tie. I want to make love like us feeding our son in the middle of the night. I want to make love like looking into each other's eyes for so long that we both begin to cry, want to make love, until the only thing we can no longer afford is time.
Thank you.